All right, I have been a beekeeper now for a whopping 10 days. I took a class, 6 weeks class, a month and a half or so ago, and then I've owned these bees for about 10 days now, and this is the first time that I'm going to go and inspect the brood box. So this is where the bees are. This smaller piece right here is the top cover, and above that is this box that is empty, other than that's where I have the feeder, so the bees can come up from within the center of this box and then access the feed if they need it. But for the first time, black stuff can make you cough. For the first time since I got these bees, I'm actually going to now go in and inspect this box to see how they are doing. So before I do that though, I need to give them a little smoke just to calm them down. So let me let them know I'm coming. Hopefully that settles them down a little bit. Oh. Steps on a bee. All right, then I'm going to open this top cover, telescoping cover, so I'm going to set over here. They are, wow, they have really been consuming the feed. They're at about a quarter. I'm just going to leave them be, no pun intended. And now for the moment of truth, but let me give them a little hello. And that just gets them into excitement. Actually, it calms them down a bit, but boy, they have really stuck this together well. Oh, the moment of truth. Let's see how they are drawing comb. They look like they've drawn some excess comb in areas where I did not want it. I do not see the queen here, which I don't expect to see her here. But, all right. They're just building comb in weird places. Wow. They've got nectar right here. You're putting it in the wrong place, girls. I'm going to have to take that away from you. I'll set it aside over here. Now, one of the mistakes that I made and I knew I did it when I put the bees in here, is I didn't close all the gaps real tightly because I had not found the queen, and I didn't know if I was risking crushing her by keeping these frames real tight. So I left this one a little loose, but it's not going to be a problem today because they haven't drawn the comb out over here. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really well drawn comb. I expect that she's in this area here, and I'm going to start on the outside, work my way left to right as they suggest, working from the outside to inspect the hive. And I can tell this one's completely empty, so they have not gone all the way over here. So I say that, here's a few, but there's no drawn comb on this, so they haven't worked out here. One of the things you need is a little space when you're working on that, so I'm going to temporarily put this here. All right. But the population looks good. Although they've got some wonk comb in areas where I don't want it. So nothing on this one, which I just pulled out a minute ago. I'll just leave that here so I have some room over here. And I see them, but I don't. They're not really drawing the comb out over here. Looks like hopefully they're going too soon. Okay, good. I'll just slide that over. I am going to see if I can find the queen this time. When I put her in the box, it was kind of cool that morning, and I knew there was a lot of brood and a lot of egg. So, oh yeah, they've drawn this comb out real nice right here, because this was solid black like the other. And they've drawn out comb and they're filling it with nectar. I do not see the queen. I don't think she'll be on this frame. I think she will be on the other one, more towards the center. Oh, look at this one drinking. Put you back, girls. Good. Now these are really drawn, and I can see honey here. Now this one may have the queen. Wow, it's heavy. Whoa. I'm looking for the queen. I do not see her, but what I do see is a lot of nectar that they're going to cap over and make honey with. But this, I've got larvae. Good. I've got some larvae in there. I've got brood. I've got a lot of larvae. Oh yeah. Now this white capped over here, that's honey. These shiny caps of cells here, that's nectar. A lot of it all the way around. And all these capped over cells are brood. No larvae on this side, but there's larvae on the other side. So they are being good. I don't see there's the queen. There she is right there. All right, I'm gonna put her back carefully. She is doing a good job. That's really all I need to inspect. But I'm going to take a peek at some of the others. So I found her here. Hopefully they're working their way over here to fill out those others, but they need a draw. Lots of larvae. Wow. Ton of larvae. She has been busy. I'm putting them back because I don't want to chill them. That's actually hot, so they won't be chilled. All right, I really don't need to inspect anymore. I'm just curious now to see what I'm finding. The queen, I did not realize she was marked, but she had a white mark on her top of her back. So she's good. Wow, this one's heavy. Lots of brood, lots of nectar, some capped honey. Lots of, here's some pollen bread. Lots of busy bees. All right, so I'm not going to inspect the other two. I am going to move them over. But I'm not going to pull them out. There's no need to. She is doing her job. I want to see how we look on the outside. And they are just starting to draw a little bit of comb. You can see the little bit of wax that they're starting to work on this frame. So that's a good one there. And here they're just kind of visiting. So maybe they'll start drawing this one out soon. I'm going to put this one back. So I really have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid frames of bees. I was afraid I might have more than that and they were needing space, but they got plenty of space. I do need to get rid of this wonky comb because it's just not needed. This burr comb is just comb that's in that space that's unwanted, and I don't want it growing up on the top there. I don't want it. I want them wasting their energy here. I want them on the frames. Right here, this is a waste of energy. Spending too much time on unwanted comb. Boy, that nectar, you can just see it right there. It is. Come on, girl, I don't want to whack you. Let's do it. Get away. Well, there is another way to do it. Be careful that too much, did they? I was trying to do it without smoking them if I could avoid it, but the risk was to hurt the bees as I'm doing this, which I don't want to do. I am cleaning this up a little bit. One thing I did not see, thankfully, were hive beetles, which is a concern for the health of the hive. Down on the bottom. They are quick to want to come back to that. They look good. Now I will clean up all of this burr comb and pull it out of here because I do not want to attract ants or other pests. So I have seen all I need. I have 5 solid frames. They're working on 2 others, but they're not anywhere near running out of space. So we are good here. Oh, let's get rid of this burr comb here because that's just wasted energy here. And I am going to put this in a swarm trap and see if I can attract a wild swarm and catch one, and then I'll have 3. 1 is really enough, but 2 is a lot of fun. 3 just makes the party bigger. All right, so I'll have to pick that up. All right, frame and hive inspection is done. Girls, spend your energy on the frames, not up here on the top cover. All right, they're good. Not running out of space. Let me get rid of this. They're not running out of space. I saw the queen, which was great because I had not seen her before. But I am going to add a trap for hive beetles, even though I did not see any today. and I hope I don't see any for a long time. I'm gonna add this little hive trap that these bees can run a hive beetle in there for that oil and let them drown in that. All right, hive inspection number 1 is done, and we are doing good. They're gonna need more sugar water tomorrow. I wonder if I'm giving them too much, to be honest with you. As much nectar as I saw in there. But the queen has plenty of places to lay her eggs, so she's doing her job. I won this box at a raffle at the Chattahoochee Valley Beekeepers Association. Then I made this ventilated box so that they could, this little piece right here, so they could have a little breeze through the summer and get some airflow through there. All right, top cover. Well, inspections did not take long. I was ready to add another box if needed, but it just didn't need it. Make sure my seams are. Sorry for walking in front of the camera, but the bees take priority over filming etiquette. Well, I'll give you some etiquette. Yeah. All right. I'll put this lock back on. Don't really need this right now, but whenever storms come up, you'd be surprised how strong the winds are. So that's just to keep this from being blown off, or from any raccoons or something that venture over here and try to prop that open. Now I will bring us over to box number 2. I'm not going to inspect this one. What I am going to do though is change this cover, because I felt like it was a little warped yesterday, although with this rock, you know, with this stone, I really don't need to. So I'm not gonna change it out after all. When I left it here the first time, I felt like it had a little extra play, but I don't feel that play now. But I am just gonna open to see how they're feeding. And yeah, they're looking good in there and feeding. Yeah, I'll let you take a quick look real quick. You can see where they're coming in and out, and of course that's the feeder I've put for them. This was a smaller number of frames that I put in there. It was a 3-frame nuke. Nuke is short for nucleus of bees, but I think that they are doing just fine. So I'm not going to bother with changing that top cover off, because I think whatever little warp I had is taken care of with that heavy stone. Bought this and made this, both of these pieces, from scrap lumber that they're going to throw away at, well, not throw away, but sell at a very discounted rate. And the reason they do that is because there's usually something wrong with it. This one had a lot of twist warp, but I felt that I could use it, and it turns out it's fine, especially with that. All right, that's all for today. Inspections went well.